So another song that we could use this on, this up the neck chord technique, would be Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the Brudda Is version. So instead of doing an open C and an open G, open A minor, open F, let's try to make our C and our G up the neck chords. And I'll show you that G in a second, but something like this is what I had in mind. So, the C chord that we talked about earlier, but now we have a G chord. And that's 4, 2, 3, 2. I'm barring all 4 strings. My first finger is covering all 4 of them like that. And then my third finger is getting the G string 4th fret. My second finger is getting the E string 3rd fret. There's a lot to barring, and maybe in a separate video I'll address some of that. You might have some questions about what is a bar, how do you do it successfully. I have trouble doing bars, can you help me? I'd be glad to give you more insight on bars, but let's keep this one a little short today. So I'll just assume you know something about barring. Yeah, so that's a G chord. Different G chord from this one. It has one note different. That makes all the difference in the world as far as your ability to make it short like that. Like in a reggae song. You can make open chords short, but that's a whole nother technique using right hand muting, and we'll talk about that in a future video too. So yeah, reggae, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Brudda Is. Let's talk about one last thing, and that is swing. How do you make stuff swing? And generally when you have up the neck chords that are fully fretted, you can make them short, and that's very conducive to a swing rhythm. So say you had a song that was at this tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to do like a 4 on the floor, typical quarter note jazz rhythm that a guitar player might do in a big band. So it'd be see how that's very short, or if it were an up-tempo tune, more of a like a gypsy jazz, Django sort of. Or Western swing. There's a lot of variants of jazz where you just need this short kind of chord sound. Doesn't sound right when the chord lasts for too long, like an open chord tends to, without some serious muting action. See, it just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. And it's hard to get that to swing. It can be done, but it sounds more like country music when you try to do that. It sounds more like Johnny Cash or Hank Williams or something. But when you have a fully fretted chord that you can make very short, that's way more conducive to swinging. Frank Sinatra, New York, New York, or something like that. Take the A Train by Duke Ellington, Satin Doll by Duke Ellington, all those great, Autumn Leaves, All the Things You Are, the great standards in American jazz music. And in French, Django Reinhardt, gypsy jazz music too, Hot Club of France. So all that stuff kind of has to do with this technique, this shortening of the chord technique, the pressing of a chord and the lifting up of the pressure of the chord, and that makes it short. You can do that in swing, as I said earlier. You can do that in reggae. You can do it in Bo Diddley. Do it in tequila. You can do it in Tonga. one final thing. I know I said one final thing last time. This truly is the final thing, and that is I didn't show you that B flat chord yet. That is the C chord down 2 frets, so it's actually 3, 2, 1, 1, and it's exactly the same shape as our up the neck C chord. So that's what's so beautiful about this up the neck C is it's movable. You can make it a C, you can make it a B, you can make it a B flat, you can make it a D, you can make it an F, you can play it anywhere on your neck. It's a great movable chord, and so isn't that other chord I showed you, which was G. That's a movable G. You can play it there. You can play it up 2 frets to make it A, up 2 more to make it B, up another to make it C, etc. Great one. I used that one in yesterday. So that up the neck G is a very useful chord. Alright, ukulele people, hope you enjoyed that. I'd like, if you could, to subscribe, to click like, to click the notify bell. I always appreciate people giving me feedback. Leave comments down below, suggestions, song requests, subject requests, anything you want me to get into. I'm open for it. I'll seriously consider your proposals. And of course, visit me on Patreon, where you can download all this stuff. Some of it free, some of it you have to pay as little as $1 a month, but you get reams and reams and reams of great ukulele information and things that'll help you for the rest of your ukulele career. So I do urge you to visit me over on Patreon, which I will link to down below. Alright, fellow ukuleleans, you take care. Bye-bye.